Same old shit then, yeah. You're gonna go back to Hanfield. You're gonna do it all over again. They never get wise, do they? You know, they just every single time they fall into your trap. Michael Myers is dead. Michael Myers, no, he can't even drive a car. You've been all around the world, mate. We know. I know you have. Oh God. And you're gonna go back and there you go. Well done. It just maybe you could shake it up sometimes. Maybe wear like a hockey mask just to try and confuse things. Who knows? Maybe put on like a werewolf mask or something like that. It would just confuse everybody. Oh, is he back? Is he home? Who is it? Oh God, it's hey folks. How are you all? Welcome to Kilt-Man's Tavern. As always, this is the bar that's never shut. So, how are you all? Hope you're doing very, very well. Now, of course, we are fast approaching his time of year. At the time of this recording, it is September, the back end, the ass end of September. So we are ushering ourselves with pensive apprehension into Halloween season, or as you guys in America call it, the fall. So lots of great stuff coming. Oh yeah, can't wait. This is our time, folks, our time. Your time, all right, your time. You know, they do something one night and become legendary, and then that's it. They stake a claim on it for the rest of the fucking life that they've got. Yeah, which in your case is fucking endless. Yeah, okay, all right, I get you. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Halloween, because no, bizarrely enough, Mrs. Kilt-Man. Yes, Mrs. Kilt-Man. Oh, speaking of kilts, I am sporting in the American Male t-shirt and the McDonald's. Oh yes, one of my favourite kilts, a perennial favourite. I sort of at least once a week I wear this, and or another McDonald's offshoot. I have about 7 or 8. They come down now. I've got 63 different kilts, but some of them I can't wear. Some of them I just wish I hadn't bought. And some I save for special occasions because they really are super, you know, extraordinary. But some are the basic ones. What you guys would wear? Oh, I'll wear my jeans. I'll wear those jeans today. I'll wear those trousers today. I'll put those boots on today. I'll put that shirt on today. You know, and they're your kind of regular things that you wear sort of as a routine. And I have certain kilts that I do that with. And this one is one of them. What? No, that's right. I did not bring you here to talk about kilts. No, I didn't. It was about, well, his time of year is coming up, but weirdly, Mrs. Kilt-Man raced ahead. And whilst I was out with the husky dog, and we took in a couple of hostelries as well, which wasn't the most, you know, accommodating and easy of practices. It never is, even without the looming threat of COVID and masks and sitting down and table service with a mad husky dog that's rampaging at the end of that lead to go and meet that person over there or that person over there because she knows them and they love her, but they can't come over and she can't go over there. But you can't tell her that. Husky, please stay seated. You can't go and mingle. You can't go and mix with anybody else. Husky's like, fuck that. I want to go and be loved and adored. Well, don't we all? And those days sadly seem to be gone. My Freedom Fridays have just gone. Anyway, so Mrs. Kilt-Man, in my absence, went shopping. But what did she find? What did she bring back? I have come back to find something not remotely Halloween related. In fact, we're leaping ahead beyond Halloween. What did I find when I came back home? Mince pies! Folks, mince pies. Christmas. That's Christmas. To you and me, well, you never think beyond Halloween, but to everybody else, mince pies just speaks of Father Christmas, Kris Kringle, Christmas trees, Frosty the Snowman, and mince pies. And a mince pie, folks, is absolutely vile. And yet, I love them to bits. Now, why might that be? Well, you see that, can you look at this thing? These are from Asda, yes, Asda. So clearly, Mrs. Kilt-Man has gone and done a bit of a shop in Asda. Regular viewers will know that I detest Asda with an absolute vengeance. Screw COVID. They lost favour with me way before all that because they're just shit. Their price fluctuations, moving stuff from one end of the store to the other, completely revamping everything. And so you went in there one week knowing, oh, you could literally blindfold do your shop, or so you thought, and then they go and move it all, and like, oh, you gotta fucking ask and move around and go up and down and backwards and forwards and fuck them. And the staff themselves are shite. If you work for Asda, hey, couldn't give a shit. You work for a shite shopping store, and I can't stand it. And you're all part of the problem. I said it, I don't care. Fuck you. So, but you come back with mince pies. Hang on, we haven't even entered October yet, and there's mince pies out. What's on the horizon? End of the next week, there'll be Easter eggs on sale. Is that what's next? Well, actually, that's not even too ludicrous because the start of the year, once you've got Christmas and Boxing Day out the way, Easter eggs are on sale. You know, always got to plan ahead, yeah. So, anyway, but mince pies themselves, do you like them? I can't stand the stuff that's inside a mince pie. The mince bit is truly, absolutely the God's own diarrhea, just festooned with flies and maggots and then scraped into the thing that really works. Yeah, what is it? Sugary pastry. Yes, icing sugar. Yeah. Wow, all of a sudden you've transformed a complete dog egg into like literally, a pastry sack of nirvana. How's that happen? And I'll prove it now because I adore these things. I shouldn't. I really shouldn't eat these things either. I should have the gluten and dairy free versions. But you know me, I always fly by the seat of my kilt, and trust me, tomorrow morning I will be flying by the seat of my kilt. Well, I say that, but whatever they've done to this packaging, I can't get into it. Oh no, we're in. We're finally in. Okay, there's some that have erupted out of their little pastry lids. And you always go, ugh. You don't want to touch them because they're sticky. You go, ugh. And that, I can smell them now. And you get these brandy ones, don't you, as well, like a bit of an extra kick. Well, to get my extra kick, I'm drinking whiskey right alongside them. You know, to wash it down with. I'm really not shook. Mrs. Kilt-Man, when I come home, is not here because she's gone on another little trip. So she's probably thinking like, those fucking mince pies better be there when I get back. Because knowing that twat in the kilt, that greedy bastard that I married. But I'll tell you what, I'll do a decent thing. I'll get the one with the messy lid and the one that's also exploded. So there you go. Look at that. I should have the Mars Attacks music playing. It is genuinely like some kind of bizarre edible flying saucer. So you're smothered in this frosting of icing sugar. Yeah, and you've got that smell. The lovely smell of the thing that tastes horrible. But this is what I'm coming to. This is what I don't understand, folks, is That stuff, if you just scrape that out and put it on a plate and gave me a spoon to eat that, I'd be like Chef Goldblum in The Fly. I'd just vomit all over it, and I'd rather eat it vomitized than as it is. And yet, that magic ingredient, that magic part of the process, wrap it in pastry and smother it in sugar, and all of a sudden, that's gorgeous. And in fact, if what was inside it was actually delicious, it would probably be too much and I couldn't eat it. I'd be like, oh, that's too rich, too decadent. Oh, no, I just can't palate that. Because a lot of very, cakey type things, I can't eat. I just don't like them. They're just too sweet. And yet, that marriage of the ungodly and the heavenly just seems to come together. So, let's try the first mince pie of 2020. I know of no one else who's done this. I know of no one else who's spoken of it or had one. So, I'm claiming this one as mine. And I'm going for that messy side. Never blinks, does he? He just stares. It's those eyes. The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes. But they're still my mince pies. So there's the innards of it like that. So that flying saucer would be like, whoa! They've been hit. They're going to go down, aren't they? Now, I'll be honest, ordinarily, I'm like, mince pies, yeah, wow. And like the first one, I go, oh, wow. Because there are better ones than these. Now, these are their like freshly baked ones, aren't they? They're the ones that they do in-house. But if you, say you went and bought Mr. Kipling's mince pies, which are like, they stand a little bit deeper. And you can get deep filled ones, I know, but the Kipling's ones are a sort of higher topped cake, pie thing, whatever. And the pastry's nicer. They're not as sloppy. The sugar is a bit crisper, a bit like a bit sharper, and they're just altogether nicer. These are okay. If you're part of the Asda bakery team, did you see that? A rather large chunk, one of those beetles that are in there, them big black bits there, them solid bits, took out, rolled out and took a piece of pastry with it, cascaded down my kilt and is now on the fucking floor. Well, don't worry, I have a husky dog, so that won't last long. But so yeah, if you bake these things and you put a lot of care and attention and love into it, then hey, it is nice. I've got to say, it is nice. The food in Asda is great. It's just Asda itself, which I cannot stand. Let's just be more specific on that point. So that's okay. That's actually not too bad. But I mean, just call it. Maybe I'm just too mainstream by going with the general one, the Kipling's one, or whatever other brands there are. There's plenty of them, which are the more generalised, common ones. They're more of a uniform nature. They don't spill out round the sides. But these freshly baked ones, I think you can come a cropper with them. They could be paradise, or they could be like a bit sort of humdrum, or they could be an absolute turgid fucking swamp of a thing. But yeah, all that gubbins in there. And to be fair, there isn't that much, because these are kind of like, they're wider but they're flatter. You've not got as much filling. So most of what I'm eating here is a sugary pastry. So I should be going like, wow, these are the best ever. But that's the weird thing. That's what I'm getting to. What is this bizarre combination of the most horrendous ingredients added to, or stuffed inside, the most gorgeous of ingredients. How can that make that work? Shouldn't it still be? Shouldn't the bad stuff overpower the good stuff? Don't you just want, like, good stuff on the outside and even nicer stuff on the inside? How would that work? Well, it's got to work, hasn't it? This shouldn't work, and yet it does. You see my point? Why does it work? Who came up with that horrible concoction in there? Who likes that? So, like, mince pies and Christmas cake. Well, okay, I like mince pies, although spiritually, emotionally, physically, psychologically, I should detest them, but I don't. I love them. However, you can tick all those boxes for Christmas cake, which is one of the most foul things in creation. Christmas cake and Christmas pudding as well. What the fuck? You've got to be kidding me. Who the hell likes that? And that fucking weird white custard thing. What's that about? Oh, it says it on fire. Fuck off. Get a flavour up. Just napalm the fucker. And I might just scrape up the leftovers, those incinerated, crusty bits that are left over from that. Otherwise, no, I'm out. I've made that last remarkably long because I'm gabbing. Ordinarily, I'd have had all four of them. So, look, if I was going to do a grading thing, and it's a shame that we haven't got other varieties here, but these appear to be the first ones to have arrived. Let me know if you've encountered them, because I've seen none at all until these arrived here. But let me know if you've encountered them. But I'd like to have a few of them and go like, there'd be the Asda one. Well, there is the Asda one. There would be the Kipling's one. There'd be the, I don't know the names. There would be the McVicker one. There would be the Princess Diana version. There would be the American one. I don't fucking know the names of these things. And I'd be going, that one's a 6 out of 10. Ooh, that one's a bit too tart, a bit too shrill. Oh dear me, that's awful. That's a 2. But these ones, that's a 10. That's a 10. So with these, even though I've got nothing to compare it to apart from memory, I'm going with I'm still calculating. I'm going with, well, because it's the first of the year and I've got nothing else to base it on, and they are quite nice, but they're not great, and I know that there are better out there, better variants without a doubt. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And to some people, people go like, 6, that's a bad mark. I had this in the days of movie reviewing, when you had a scale of 1 to 10 and you gave something 6 out of 10. If something's 5 out of 10, that's average. That's average. If you're 6, you're above average. How can that be a bad thing? And if you go, oh, you may as well give it 2 out of 10. No, if it was shit, I'd give it 2 out of 10. I gave it 6. And then you get to 7. People, ooh, 7. 8. Oh wow, 8. And then you go 9s. If you give something 10, people go, oh, nothing gets a 10 in my book. This is why grading scales are complete and utter travesties. They're mythological. They make no sense at all. Everyone's got their own individual grading system. And no matter what criteria you use, no matter what rationale you use, it's going to be completely the opposite to somebody else. I'm giving them a 6 out of 10. And in my books, that's a good thing. If I had some more there, it might rate higher than them. But it won't rate higher than Kipling's unless they've really gone down the tubes. Because who knows with COVID? Just who knows? Anyway, folks, I'm now going to wash that down with a bit of whiskey. and I've got 3 more to get through. I mean, there's me, Mrs. Kilt-Man, my daughter, my son. So ideally, there's 4 there. But there's a big husky dog as well. I've had mine. I reckon one of them is for Roxy, the husky dog, and the other 2, well, I'll have them later. In the meantime, I'm going to wash it down with this. So folks, are we racing ahead of ourselves? You know, we're massively in semi or 3rd degree lockdown at the moment. Are we just going to forget about Halloween and just go straight to a rather limp Christmas? Are we going to try to celebrate Christmas now while we still have pubs and clubs and restaurants open? Because they won't be over Christmas. So all of a sudden you're going to go, oh, let's give them mince pies now. You know, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I find it very intriguing. I think they've come out a little bit early. But anyway, I'm happy that they're here. Folks, that was a review of a mince pie. Don't ever say that I don't give you some variety on this channel. You ain't gotta like it, you ain't gotta love it, you know, but hey, it is what it is. And today, it was a mince pie. So, please, be happy, be healthy. Just look after yourselves and the ones you love. And take it easy out there. So, in the meantime, and indeed that icing sugar coated in between time, please keep it kilted, keep it Celtic, and I'm going to see you all later. I don't know about you, but I just can't believe my mince pie.